Hey everyone, this is Ashish from Developer Hut and welcome to the next topic of Go for Beginners series, which is output functions. So Go has different functions which will help you to output your text on the console. So Go specifically has three functions which will help you to output all this text. So those are print, println and printf functions. Now let's start with simple print function. So now this print function takes the argument and print all the arguments in their default format. So one important point here is that whenever you are using any output function, you need to make sure that you should import the fmt package. And once this package is imported, you use the package name and the function accordingly. So let's try that. So what I will do, I will create a variable, let's say I, and I will say j, which is of type string. Okay, and I will say hello, comma, world, right? And let's use the print function. So I will say fmt dot print, and I will simply print I, and I will just copy and paste this, and I will say j. Okay, now let's try to run this. So I will say go run and output functions. Okay, so here if you see, hello world is printed, and if you notice here, hello world does not contain any space between them, as whatever the variables that we took, it is printed as it is on the console. So this is the actually print function who prints all the parameter with the default format. Okay, let's see if you want a gap between these two parameters, then how we can do this. In case you want a new line character, then you simply use /n. Okay, so I will say comma /n. Okay, and let's try to run this again. Now here you can see after hello there is a new line, and after world also there is a new line. Okay, so if you want a new line, then you can use /n. So basically /n creates the new line. You can also write this in different way. So very simple, you can simply say here I comma /n comma j. Let's save this and let's run this again. So here see there is a hello and world. There's a new line in hello and world, right? Now let's say if you want a space between them, then you can replace /n with space. Okay, very simple. And if you run this, you will find a space between hello and world. So this is basically the print function. Now the next we have a println function. Println function is same as a print function. The only difference is that it will add a white space between two arguments as well as the new line at the end of the last argument. Okay, so for example, I will use the println function. I will say fmt dot println, and I will simply add I comma j. Okay, and let's run this. We'll say, so here you see we have hello world with one space, and there is a one new line character also added. Okay, so this is the use of a println function. Now last is the printf function. So the printf function format all its arguments based on the given formatting verb and then print them on the console. Okay, so there are two formatting verbs. So the first is %v, which is used to print the value of the argument, and second is %t, which is used to print the type of the argument. Okay, and all these formatting verbs are used in printf function. Okay, so now let's create two variables with a different type. So I will say var let's say x, which is of type string, okay, and I will say hello, okay, and then I will say var y, which is of type int, and I will say, let's say it's a 10. Okay, now let's use the printf function. So I will say fmt dot printf, okay, and I will write something, let's say x has value colon my formatting verb, which is %v, and I will say and type is, which is type is %T, okay, and I will simply pass x comma x. Okay, so basically first printf function will print the value of x, okay, and then it will print the type of x. Okay, similarly I will just copy and paste this, and I will say here just a y. Okay, so it will print the value and type of y. Let's run this program. So here you can see x has a value which is hello, and then type as a string, and y has a value which is 10 and type is int. Okay, so I should add a /n here so that we'll get a better output. So there you go, right? So this is how the printf function will work. So I hope you understand the concept of all these three output functions and their respective usage. Okay, so if you have any questions, please add it in the comment section below, and I will try to get you as early as possible. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.